Hello again, guys, and welcome back to another Big Owls big workout. And this is week 2 of the new Big Owls big week. And I'm really excited, and really looking for. I'm really enjoying doing it basically. And basically, what I thought did is I started off this week with one of my favourite lifts, something I haven't been able to really do since I tore my right pec because of the strain that it puts on my right pec. It's such a stressful exercise on injuries if you have them, and that is shrugging. Now, unfortunately, the angle and the position of the camera isn't the best to show you the range of motion that I am actually performing, but there is a good range of motion. Regardless, that's not me just saying that just to big myself up. There's a good range of motion. I'm not lifting it by sort of doing chicken head movements. Well, you know what I mean, guys. If anyone has done that, even though it looks like I'm doing it, trust me, guys, I am lifting those weights. And what you'll see soon is me lifting some serious ass weights. Now, shrugging is something that's very important. I've just shrugged 180 on the last one, now up to 220 kilograms. For 40, that's about 485 pounds. So we're near enough 500 pounds here. I do use shrugs because I do believe that this movement is not a movement that is there to work grip. It's simply too much. If you can shrug this for reps with your bare hands, and for the same repage as you can with shrugs, then basically you're King Kong. Fair play to you, got mate. There's certainly nothing wrong with doing this bare grip, but it's basically impossible to put in other terms. Right, we're up to 250 kilograms, so a quarter of a ton. Okay, so this is 550 pounds. I'm not doing too bad, seeing I'm doing the maths today off the top of my head. But we'll see how it goes. It's been a while. My best is 360 for 20. 360 kilograms for 20 reps. So 250 kilograms is like 220 pounds lighter than my PB. So this is still quite, for me, a lightweight, but it's a very heavy weight for most people. As I say, I used to do it for 20 reps, the 360. 360 is what? 720 is 800 pounds. Now, I don't know how many reps I get here, but you can see I'm getting the movements. I'm moving it, and what that does, that shrug movement, that real big solid shrug movement that you're seeing me doing there, is it just helps build big, thick muscle. Okay, heavy weights build big, thick, heavy muscle. And that was that for that day. I literally went to the gym just to do shrugs. Can you believe it? Well, I say that I did do other exercises like stretching and cardio, but out of the weightlifting, that was the only thing that I did. So I followed the shrug day with something a little bit different, and that's bench press. It's an antagonist movement in many ways. That was just 60 kilograms on the bar, something very light and easy to get into. Still on a nice easy weight, 220 pounds, 100 kilos. And basically, in this workout, I basically try to, as it gets heavy, I try to get the reps that equal the reps that equal the set. It's been a while, so I do apologise, guys. I'm not sure what's coming up. It's a little bit of entertainment for me as well. But there's 140 kilograms on the bar there. That's 310 pounds, and that's one rep. Yeah, one easy rep. Right, I've missed a bit. I do apologise, guys. There's supposed to be a second video there where it showed me doing 2 reps on 140 kilograms. I've not included it. That's my bad, as the Americans would say. I apologise there, guys, but I actually did 140 kilograms for 2 reps after that. And you'll notice here there was 150 kilograms, 330 pounds on the bar. Okay, so it's gone heavier. And what I do is I do my 3 reps this time on it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Good. I've got the right workout. Can you imagine the embarrassment of having the wrong workout and go, oh no, that was another day. I do come prepared, guys, don't worry. I'm more prepared than I make out. But I'm enjoying this workout that much. I actually decided to go up even more, and I put on 155 kilograms onto onto the bar. Yeah, 155 kilograms, which is 300. I don't know the poundage on that, but there's 155 kilograms on there, and I'm about to attempt to do 5 reps because set number 5. Now this is some serious stuff, guys. This is stuff to be, you know, the stuff of legend, so to speak. No, I'm pulling my own coattails there a little bit. It's not as good as I'm making out, but it's still half reasonable. I'm very pleased with the overall level of achievement, and it's very good. And so what I wanted to do was then finish off the lift and the workout in general with a little bit of pec deck. Now I love doing pec deck, and it's busy. It's always busy. Whenever I'm in the gym, why is the pec deck always busy? I never get a chance to go on it. It frustrates the hell out of me. It's one of the best exercises out there. It's great for stretching. You can see there, look, I'm going all the way as far back as I can go, and it helps to stretch the shoulder joint, and it relieves a lot of the pressure that builds up inside of the chest, which of course can be quite a substantial amount, especially when you've got an old injury. Right, we're on day 3, and day 3 was deadlift. This week was a weird week actually. I actually ended up training random times, so a lot of this was done in the early hours of the morning, guys. So that's why you've seen slightly different workouts, quieter gym, things like that. It's one of those where, you know, you either don't train or you train in the middle of the morning, and for me it was an easy decision to make. So starting off deadlifting, I think I did this at midnight, I think it was, so it wasn't that late. But one of the workouts I literally do at 4 in the morning. It's grueling, and you'll notice which one it is because I keep it relatively short and sweet because I don't want to push my body too fast, too hard, especially at that time in the day. Right, we're on 140 kilograms now. That's 200. So that's 310 pounds. You hear me doing my maths in my head, can't you? You get a knack for it after a while, guys. I do hear people go, well, how can you convert kilos into pounds so quickly and so easily? I wouldn't say easily, but basically the reason I can do it so quickly is practice. I have to do it all the time for these videos. I have to know, and when I'm lifting, I have to know what's on the bar, and I have to work it out in pounds and kilos quickly to cater for all audiences, the Americans, the Europeans, and of course the Brits. There's 160 kilograms on there, which is 352 pounds, for about 355 pounds including collars. And this is just a warm-up. Okay, so you'll see me lift this once. It's not right. As you can see, it's not right. I mean, I'm holding up there and all that. There's nothing wrong with the lift. The lift is perfectly fine. But I was, because the bar's bent. You can't see it on the camera there, guys, but the bar is really badly bent. The equipment in the gym I'm currently training isn't the best looked after, and the people who train there, they don't lift big. They just disrespect the equipment. It's a shame. So as a result, I found that the bar was slipping to the left a little bit more. So I reapproached the bar quite quickly, put my straps on. This time a little bit more to the, I believe, to the left than centre. So I'm slightly off centre here, which normally would be a very bad thing. But because the bar's bent, I have to do it. And you can see there's still a little bit of a drop on the left hand side, but it's a lot easier, and now I can attempt what I wanted to do on the first set, which is reps. And of course that is one of the hardest things to do mentally. It's very, very, very hard, guys. Very hard indeed to try and do a set or try and do an exercise, fail for whatever reason, be it the equipment or be it you or be it just bad luck, be it the fact that the gym is busy, whatever. But then actually go ahead and still manage to achieve it or achieve something else just as good on an alternative piece of equipment. And it takes a lot of mental dedication to do that. And that's what I will say is when people ask what does it take to be, I mean, I would never call myself a bodybuilder, but a weightlifter. You know, how do you get so big? How do you get so strong? And the simple answer is mental discipline, guys. You know, mental discipline. This week I could have easily found an excuse to not go to the gym once. I've actually got more footage here than what I'm showing you because the video would be too long otherwise. I've got another day of bench, which I'm just going to include in Big Al's week 3, but or maybe as a separate video as an adjunct to this. But as you can see, I'm down there, down the gym, training, and that's what you gotta do. It doesn't matter if you're lifting light weights. It doesn't matter if you're lifting big weights. It doesn't matter if you're doing volume work. And it doesn't even really matter if it feels like you're achieving, if you're at the very start, or maybe you're a little older or something, because it takes time. Lifting weights takes time to get results, and people hate it. People hate me when I give them the truth, and that is there is no substitute for goddamn hard work. Get down to the gym and lift. I have no sympathy really, unless it's genuinely really proper good reasons. Like for example, when I was in a car crash, I was too injured to get down the gym. I had to take 2 months off the gym. I went to the gym, and I had to leave. My head was too mangled to be able to take the strain of lifting. I tried twice to go down to the gym, and I had 2 workouts in the first 2 months following a near lethal car crash. And I couldn't take it physically. I just could not take it. My body needed the energy that was in it to recover. It needed it for recovery. It didn't need it taken away from it to do a simple weights exercise. It didn't want to grow. It wanted to repair. And so, you know, I took it upon myself to take a whole 2 months off the gym. It's the longest time I've ever taken off exercise since I was probably 10 years old. So in the last 20 years, I've always been doing some form of sport or athletics or personal sport like weightlifting or martial arts. You know, I've always done something, and to shy away from it completely just shows you just how debilitating the injuries of the car crash were at the time. They took a lot out of me, hell of a lot out of me. But I'm bigger and better, and I'm here and I'm back, and I'm very determined at the moment, actually, guys. If those of you haven't seen it, I'm very determined to put on as much size and strength as possible. So for those of you who watch this videos for the purpose of just seeing myself develop and all the rest of it, you're gonna love it, because I am here now, really super dedicated. This is dedicated training here at the moment, late at night, and doing an exercise I hate. I hate lat pullbacks. I hate lat pullbacks. They're for the rhomboid of the back, and I hate them. I find them boring. I find them heavy. I find them laborious. They do nothing for me really. I don't really get much of a pump, but you know, there is a benefit to doing them, and there is a massive benefit to doing them. Actually, it adds a lot of fitness to the back. But I wanted to include this footage here to show you, look, guys, I don't just train what I want to lift. I train what my body needs. And at the moment, as I say, I have made a dedication to myself, and I suppose in an extension to yourselves, to get as big and as strong as possible. And that, I hope, has come across with some of the recent videos that I've done regarding nourishment and nutrition. I've started taking supplementation in the form of glutamine, whey proteins, things like this, you know, arginine, you know, the usual stuff that you find at like places like Holland and Barrett and GNC, any health supplement store basically, or eBay, as I would say, as I get mine. That's my the place where I get the mass majority of my stuff is eBay, right? But it's a shame, as I say, well, as I say, it's my dedication to get as big as possible for you guys, and I am dedicated not only in my nutrition but also in my training. As I say, I've been going down the gym this week at stupid times that I would not have wanted to. Right, on at the moment is I'm just doing a bit of chins. Again, another exercise that I don't particularly, if I'm honest about it, it's not an exercise that I particularly enjoy doing. I have no real talent at it. I'm heavy. I've just put a load of size on. I've gone up from 18 stone 7 to just over about 19 stone 3. That's a big ass, heavy ass weight to take and to lift on the chin bar. But now we get to one of the lifts that is one of my favourites, and that is squat. And we're doing 60 kilograms here at the moment, which is a nice, easy weight. 135 pounds for the Yankees out there. Okay, that's nice, easy warm-up weight, and so is the next lift, which is 100 kilos, 220 pounds. Most of the time, I will start most of my warm-ups for squat on 220 pounds. I don't bother really with 60 kilos. The only reason I do it is because I do have a bit of a bad back, so I've got to kind of play it careful. If my back is feeling like it's sort of one of those days where it might go or might give me a little bit of a problem, as I say, it's bad back from the car crash, then I have to listen to it. And the best way to do it is to listen to it on 60 kilos rather than something heavier like 100 kilos, simply because if something goes wrong, less damage is done. But touch wood, nothing's happened so far. Okay, right, we're on to 150 kilograms. That's 330 pounds. We're starting to get heavy now. This is a weight where I have to take serious. I have to go onto this bar and think, what am I doing? How am I going to lift this bar? I've got to either use aggression, I've got to use adrenaline, you know, my natural own adrenaline through getting aggressive, or I've got to get there through technique and precision. And most of the time it's the latter, but sometimes, I don't know if I start myself up here, you'll see randomly I'll just start headbutting things, and that's when when aggression and adrenaline is definitely required. Yeah, there you go. I'm psyching myself up, headbutting only gently the bar. Wouldn't want to dent the steel, would we? So there's 160 kilograms on the bar, 355 pounds, and that's 3 reps, 4 reps, 5 reps, 6 reps, 7 reps, 8 reps, 9 reps, 10 reps, 11 reps. There should be one more, I hope. I was going to say 12 reps. Oh, I'm really pushing it. 13 reps. Oh, and you know what? You can never finish on 13. It's an unlucky number. So there we go. 14 reps on 160 kilos. That was not a bad day. I was quite pleased with that. I mean, it's not that, you know, a massive amount of repage on a massive weight, but it's getting there. It's certainly enough to build your body up. So then, day after I go back, this is actually during the day. This is 10 o'clock in the morning. So I've gone from 10 o'clock at night, which was that last video, to 10 o'clock in the morning. So you can see it's throwing your body all over the place. Next workout, I think, is the one that I do at 4 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Stupid hours, right? But we're on bench press at the moment, and I'm trying to work out what's on there actually. So we've got 125 kilograms. No, sorry, this is, believe it or not, even though it's busy, this is the 3 o'clock in the morning workout, and I've just I do 14 reps on 125 kilos here. Basically, I was tired, I was working, and I just thought, sod it, I'm gonna take a break from work, and I'm gonna blast myself. And so I did 14 reps on 125 kilograms. Not bad for 3 o'clock in the morning, well, 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever time it was. I have no idea what time it was. It was about 2:30 at the earliest, but I think it was actually 3:30. So there you go. Not a bad day, not a bad start. Especially at that time in the day when you just feel horrible. It's amazing how horrible you feel at that time. Right then. At the moment, what I'm doing is I'm just showing you some of the additional work that I do. That's tricep push downs. I did about 3 sets on there, but I cut them out. I didn't want to show you all of them simply because it's boring, it's repetitive. If you've seen it once, you've seen it 100 times. So now what? We're day 6 and we're bench pressing 60 kilos to warm up. Okay. We're now on 100 kilos, 220 pounds. Yeah, I don't know, as I say, this is still warm-up rates. You'll notice my attitude towards these kind of rates as being oh, okay, there you go. I'm doing a few more reps than expected. I don't know, how many reps have I done there, guys? Any idea? That wasn't on my list. Have I mixed that up? That's definitely on the same day as what you've just seen on 60 kilos. But it's unusual for me to do so many reps so early on in the workout. We'll see what happens. I've got 100 kilos again. Okay, brilliant, cool. Hopefully we see the same sort of repage again. In which case, this is a good workout. I can't actually remember this one. I can't remember this one at all, actually. Let's have a look. Oh, so there's 130 kilograms on the bench there. I do apologise for this, guys. It was a bit disjointed. Yeah, 130 kilograms. So, oh, basically, yeah, I remember here, I had a short lunch break and I just basically wanted to blast myself as much as possible. So I did 100 kilos for as many reps as I can. Went up to 130 kilos, thought sod it, and then went up, I believe, to 150 kilos. Yeah, I went up to 150 kilos after this, thinking, sod it. You know, basically, every lift that I did, it felt strong. You know, one of those days where when you're lifting, so at the moment there's 150 kilograms going on, so that's 330 pounds. There are those days where it feels every lift you do feels unbelievably strong. It just feels good. It's like, what's going on? This isn't right. This has just happened to be one of those days, and I just happened to thought, well, sod it. If I feel strong, let's lift big. If I feel big, lift big. Okay, so I went for a PB. Well, it's not a PB, but I've done 180 kilograms for 2 reps before in the past, but I tore my pec doing it. So I decided to instead keep it around the 150 mark, do it again. 250 kilograms, 160. No, that was 160 kilograms on the bar there. Sorry. So 352.5 pounds. And again, we do it again. So this is my second set here, guys. So the previous set was 160. I do sorry, my notes are a little bit of a mistake there. We got 160 kilograms on the bar again. I wasn't happy with that previous lift because, as I say, this was one of those days where I felt strong, and I knew I could get 160 easy, and I wanted to prove it. And no, I didn't really prove it. I proved it. It went up, and it was good, and I got it, but it wasn't easy. Thanks, guys.